the surroundings in which she grew up. This is the story of Elle. It's a woman who approached me. They have a big house 300 kilometers away here in Greece, and we met twice to conclude this process of building a systematic and structured, personal, very personal, subjective and personal piece of art, which contains a lot of information, psychological information on the trait of the person, which might work as a kind of reminder on personal problems and solutions for those problems. This is L, and this is also L. Totally different persons. Let me begin with the story. She sees herself sitting on a table, on a desk, working desk, somewhere in an office, and being responsible for checking the IDs of children who want to join a kindergarten or preschool. So many kids with her parents come in, they stand in front of the desk. She's taking note of all the details, names, checking IDs, making copies of the IDs. And when the day is over, she prepares her files to give it to her boss. And suddenly, she is not able to find any of the details. Neither the names, nor the phones, nor the copies of the IDs. The whole energy, the whole negative energy, because of this, let's say, mistake she did of losing all the details, was introjected, was thrown back into her. She called herself stupid, she was angry, she was rageous. At another point, I asked her if you would have the opportunity to change the story, what would you do? And the response was, I would concentrate, be sure that I will not lose all the details, and then I will go home and cook. What struck me at that point is that she chose to fill her day, 9 to 5 would be sitting on a desk checking the IDs. And from that point on, in her free time, to take over another responsibility, cooking for her family. And this is very important because my work built at a certain point with structured drawings and paintings put in a very specific way and interrelated to each other. There would be the portraits, there would be the basic story, there would be the free associations. Here is a landscape or the surroundings. Here is a small portrait of me because I'm including myself, being very careful on what I'm saying. And this would be the balance of joy and all the rest, responsibilities, life in general. And the balance should always be in favor or at least at the middle of the picture, of the frame. If I would guess without having worked, based on the story, the level of joy would be very, very low. rage and anger are related to introjecting, punishing oneself, and for this reason are sometimes related to depression. This is one psychological mechanism. Other psychological mechanism is the idea of introjection, which I mentioned before, and identification.